Yeah, actually I do. I don't think I've ever said this to the internet, but we're getting real. So honestly, I don't know if this is factual, so I'm just gonna add that little disclaimer right here. Through experience and people that I know, I feel that once you have had a panic or anxiety attack, you are just more prone to get them. I don't know what it is. I just feel like once I had one, it kind of like triggered something in some way that I'm just more prone to getting them. If I just have like intense anxiety where it's like my chest is really tight, I kind of have this issue where I freak out about something really, really small. Like I just won't be able to get this thought out of my mind. I try to talk to myself in my head and like, calm down. What can we do about this? Worrying about it's not gonna help you. I just try to like talk myself down. If it's anxiety for a more intense reason, or even I guess like no reason at all, sometimes I just get it. I have no idea, it'll just strike. If you tap on your temples, I've noticed that really helps. I will get this weird feeling where my head, it feels like every follicle on my scalp is opening and like air's getting into it and it's really tingly, or my lips will tingle really bad. I will like bite or lick my lips a lot when that happens, which it doesn't help. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like a comfort thing. Or I'll like play with my rings or whatever, and I just feel like doing something with my hands really helps. The best thing that has ever helped me actually get rid of it is that I just write. I have to write down what is causing the anxiety, because I think a lot of my anxiety is due to not being able to comprehend why I'm feeling that way. I feel like my mind just kind of goes everywhere, and it's like once I have anxiety about one thing, I'm like, oh my god, what bad thing can we think of, and why is it so awful, and everything's wrong. So if I write, get my thoughts out, and they either are like, that's ridiculous, why are you having anxiety about that? Or it's, okay, here's the problem, this is how we sort it out. And I think getting that out of my head and onto paper really calms me down. Let's just get this out there and clear the air, because I have read a lot of weird things about that. After Shan and I broke up, we were both traveling a lot. We mutually decided that she would be moving out of our apartment. She's really good friends with Heather and Olivia, who are my friends from back in high school. They're all still friends, but it just made more sense for me to continue living there rather than her. Shannon didn't really like feel the need to find an apartment immediately, because she was never in LA at first. She was looking, she was just trying to figure out who she wanted to live with, where she wanted to live, and there were like very few times that we were both even gonna be in LA. And when we were, she was living in other places anyway, so there was no issue with her leaving her things at our apartment. Shannon has found an apartment. I'm sure you guys all know that now. So no, Shannon and I do not live together anymore. We honestly really haven't lived together since we broke up. There were just certain times where we would both be in the apartment, or if I was out of town and she was like packing up her things or whatever, she would go to the apartment. So I mean, we are both very level-headed and civil and kind people, and we're still friends, so it just, I feel like everyone expected it to be more dramatic and wanted it to be more dramatic than it was. So that's it. I think the hardest thing that I've actually struggled with and that I'm trying to get better at is that you are not going to like everyone, and everyone's not gonna like you, and that's okay. I've always kind of had like a big issue with accepting that people aren't gonna like me, and then I feel really shitty if I don't like somebody. But it's just like not every human's compatible to be friends, and that's okay. I think I would regret not calling my parents enough, which I'm trying to work on. This time difference right now is not helping. I don't know, I feel like days just get away from me, and I'm really, really close with my parents, but I just don't feel like we get to talk enough. And then when we do, I'm like, oh my god, where do I even start with filling you in? So that's something I really would like to work on. Hi, Mom and Dad. Okay, I think that's all we are going to do for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you guys, and if you liked this, maybe we'll do it again sometime and just do a little sit down chatty video. As I mentioned, I'm still working on what this channel's gonna be like, and I appreciate the patience, and thank you guys for 200K followers. That is literally absurd and crazy and amazing, and I really, really do appreciate it. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah. It is impossible not to make weird faces. Is it mascara?